Hi, and welcome to question 3 of the 2019 paper 1 for the junior student higher level. So as always, the set notes I'm working off, you can get them off me from the email address shanetroy@gmail.com. That email address should be in the description below. So as usual, I'd suggest you to stop and just have a go at what's on the screen, and then if you have trouble, come back. So if you're back, okay, this part, question 3 here, part A and B are joined together, worth 10 marks. We're told in part A that the distance between the Earth and Mars is at least 56,000 kilometers. Write this distance in the form of A times 10 to the power of n kilometers, where A is between 1 and 10, and the power would be a natural number. So a lot of this stuff here at the end is fluff. Okay, it's just scientific notation always has the first number written between 1 and 10, and then you're kind of trying to decide what power of 10 do I need to multiply that to keep the numbers equal. So, like if I went, okay, 1 by 10 to the 1 is the same thing as 10. Okay, 1 by 10 to the 4 is the same thing as 1 by 1000, 4 zeros, which is 10,000. Okay, so our number is a big number. Okay, we're looking here at 56 million kilometers. Now each 3 zeros is a 10 to the 3. So there's 2 of them. Now if I leave that there, it's 56 by 10 to the 3, and 3 is 6. Okay, that's scientific notation, but my number at the beginning isn't between 1 and 10. That's 56, between 1 and 100. So technically we could argue this decimal place is here. Argue, it is what it is. If I move it one more, okay, that's the same thing as 5.6 by 10 to the 6 by 10. Now, written that properly, okay, 5.6 by 10 to the 7 is the same thing. And that's the answer. Okay, just make sure to put the units in, just in case I need it. And that's part A. Okay, so you see there, now I just went straight to the answer here. If you put that in the calculator, you probably be able to press the exponential button. Okay, I just don't have a calculator loaded up at the moment on the tablet to show that. So part B here says the diameter of a human hair is roughly 0.0075 centimeters. So that's a very small number. They're asked to write this diameter in terms of something by 10 to the power of something. Now this is smaller, so in a sense the decimal place here, instead of moving left, which is what we could have done with the top one, is moving to the right. So it's moving once, twice, 3 times. And that leaves the number 7.5. Now, this isn't 7.5, this is much smaller than 7.5. So to maintain the consistency, we have to multiply that by 10, but not a positive power. That's why this n is an element of z is saying the number can be positive or negative. And that's going to be negative, it moves 3 times, so negative 3. Now, if you put that back in the calculator, you're going to get back 0.0075. So you can mess with the calculator and get these answers if you're struggling. It's just a matter of, I suppose, not being overly afraid, because ultimately this kind of question with this terminology, I can appreciate that it can be very off-putting. Okay, but one of the joys of the decimal system is that we just have to move the decimal place to the left or to the right. We can express numbers in different formats, and that's commonly asked, okay, in this question, okay, or in a question like this. So that's part A and B. Okay, so part C here has Lewis was driving at 90 kilometers per hour when he sneezed. Bless you. During the sneeze, his eyes were closed for half a second. Work out how many meters he traveled in this time. Okay, so his speed was 90 kilometers in 1 hour. Okay, now we're given units of meters and we're looking for time, and they mention a second. So right straight off, the units we're dealing with here aren't right. So if we can convert 90 kilometers to meters, we'll be at least getting the low partial. There's 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Okay, so multiply that by 1,000, so we're adding on the 3 zeros. So 90,000 meters is the same thing as 90 kilometers. Now the second thing we're looking at is what's 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, each minute has 60 seconds. So we're basically going with 60 by 60, which is 3600. Okay, so your man traveled 90,000 meters in 3,600 seconds. Okay, now how much do you travel in half of that? We divide top both things. So half of 90,000 is 45,000 in 1,800 seconds. So how many meters did you travel in that? You're going to divide the two. Okay, and let's go straight to the answer over here. Now I've done it slightly differently. Okay, I've multiplied by the 1,000 up here, done that calculation, and just divide them in, and you go straight to your answer. And I've done the last page, put the last numbers to the calculator. I got 25 meters per second. Okay, that's how much you traveled in 1 second. Divided that by 2 to get the half a second. Now, if you think about it, does that make sense? Okay, 25 meters, if you can estimate it, you're driving fairly fast. Okay, and a half a second. It's amazing how far you do travel in that second, or half a second. Right, so that's part C. Okay. Right, that's question 4 is next. So see you there.